Hey guys, basically Anna back here, and we're doing another one of these, Mega Custom Plush Review number 2. So, yeah, I'm doing a number 2 because I've made a bunch of more customs in the past week or so, and, yeah, it's basically taken over me. Now, for this lineup, we have at least 12 customs, and and it's not like the thing I did last time where I miscounted and there were 16 and I said 14. There is actually 12 customs in this, unless if I'm planning on doing something, which I'm not. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna not waste any time. You know how it goes, all that. Anyways, I'm gonna start this off. Okay, now, kind of like what I did last video, with the last Mega Custom Plush review, I'm going to be going in game order. So, to start this off, we have a Fnaf 1 custom, which you may think I already made all of them, even Phone Guy. Oh no, I did not count one, and that is Endo 1. So, pretty simple, I will say. One thing I did do, interestingly, though, with this is, I gave him these little ring things around his legs and arms, just to make it seem like an actual Endo. And I have actually done this before, with, it wasn't, with the whole plush, but there's, a tiny part on Withered Roxanne, or Shattered Roxanne, my Shattered Roxanne custom, where the arm kind of had this. If you've seen it and paid attention, you would know. But if you don't, then you know now. Now, just saying, this one's kind of rushed, mainly because, I made this last minute. I didn't really add detail on the chest. Besides the Sharpie, I didn't really add that much detail. But I still think it looks good. The teeth, there's only 4 on each side or whatever. The eyes, I figured look fine. Honestly, I really think this looks okay for what it was, and yeah. And that's the only one for Fnaf 1, so I basically made every character from Fnaf 1, you really think about it. So, now on to Fnaf 2, which we really only have one again, and that is none other than Endo 02. Now, yeah, so Endo 02 is basically the same as Endo 01, if you can't already tell, except the thing about Endo 01 is, the head shape, it's accurate to how it actually is in the games. And Endo 02's head shape, at least for the front side, it actually is accurate to his endoskeleton head in Fnaf 2. And the endoskeleton chest is kind of different, where it's not all one piece. As you can see, the Sharpie is one piece in it, but here it's kind of spread out. Didn't really mean to do that on purpose. And he also has eyebrows. Not really, well, eyelids. I don't know why I said eyebrows. And this one not really glued that well, as like I said for Endo 1. The same case for Endo 2, he was kind of rushed, so not much thought or detail went into him, but still is detailed enough to be considered good enough, at least. I also added the little Sharpie lines in the middle of the ears, and I did the same ring thing with the arms and legs, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's basically it for the Endos. There is still a few Endos I'm going to make or remake, like Nightmare Endo or something like that, but who knows, that's just a thought. Okay, so now we're going to be skipping Fnaf 3, as I've practically made every custom from that game. And now we're going on to Fnaf 4, and these are the only customs for Fnaf 4. And you can count this as one, but technically they're different. There's 3 separate ones. And you saw in the thumbnail, so you already know what it is. And it is the Throttles, as you saw on the bottom right of the screen. So, yeah, the Throttles. And you could say they're all the same, which technically they are, but they also aren't, as the details are practically different for each of them. So I'm only going to go into detail on one of them, and this is the best one, I feel like. So kind of like what I did with Biddy Bab in Mini Arena for last review. They were very small, so I obviously made these very small, and you can compare them. Yeah, they're very small. So yeah, they're very stubby and stuffed well, where they're not, that kind of squishy. They actually really aren't that squishy. I mean, if you're I don't know why I'm focusing on that. But the teeth, it would be very hard and very time consuming for me to do the teeth, in separate pieces, so it's just drawn on Sharpie, kind of like what it is for other Nightmare characters. And I still think it looks fine. And all the black withering is done with Sharpie, which I know it can't really look good on this material, but really that's only if you have a bad Sharpie, and as you can see, my Sharpie is not terrible. So yeah, the withering for them is basically all done differently with Sharpie, and the eyes are also different. Oh, I also want to mention the hat. It's just like there's no like top covering, as you don't even really look at it, and these are really small. Also, the withering is very different, as there's more withering on some parts, and on some there really isn't that much. And for this one, that explains itself. So yeah, basically, those are the Throttles from Fnaf 4. Now moving on to Fnaf World. Oh, so this one's also in the thumbnail, and you already know what it is. And it's none other than Chica's Stupid Magic Rainbows. Okay, so if you've seen the first Lullaby movie, you know that this guy, I already made him, but I actually remade him, because honestly, like, the original one I had was really outdated, and I feel like this looks better and more accurate. And also, the clouds are actually, like, they're made of these little cotton balls, which you could get at, like, Walmart for $2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't even speak proper English, and I was stuttering. God damn it. Okay. But yeah, honestly, I feel like my most favorite part about this whole plush is just the clouds, because of how better they look. Because honestly, the clouds from before, they just didn't look good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I used the base of the original and I just covered it with the new fabric, as it's very hard for me to make or remake the rainbow into a whole new plush, because I don't really know how to sew that well. But at least for a whole new plush. But yeah, that's basically it for a rainbow. This is a really good scenery. Okay, now moving on to Fnaf 6. Now, in the last Mega Custom Plush review, I didn't show any Fnaf 6 characters, because at the time I didn't make any new ones. Well, right now I have, and these are the most beautiful boys ever. And it is none other than the Trash in a Gang. So I'm gonna start off by showing you each of them one by one. So first one of the Trash in a Gang is Mr. Can Do. I always forget the name of this guy. I don't know why. But yeah, now basically his whole head is just a pipe cleaner. There's no stuffing in the balloon, which I probably could have done. But this one was kind of rushed. Except for like the whole can or whatever, or the bucket. I don't know. Whatever this is, the trash can. Everything. I feel like the trash can, it's really well detailed, at least I think. The little stick arms, they're just, it's just a rolled up piece of this material that's also used for the Throttles, and I just use it for, yeah. There's not much to explain, and the face is drawn. Okay, now on to the next one, which is Bucket Bob, and I really like this. Obviously, like before, the face, it's drawn, but the bucket, it's very flat, and that's mainly because the stick bodies are very flat, and it's kind of hard to make them, three-dimensional with the sticks being so thin. I also was getting lazy and tired when I was making these, but yeah. In his minions, they repeat the same pattern on front and back. The sticks are pretty flat, like the arms and legs, so the sticks are pretty flat, except for the whole body, which, yeah, there's not much to say about Bucket Bob, except that it's Bucket Bob. Now moving on to Panstan, the forgotten character in UCN. But yeah, Panstan, you all know Panstan, right? Panstan. But yeah, so his whole face, it's just drawn with Sharpie. Honestly, I feel like I did a good job, at least well enough for making the faces or drawing the faces on the Trash in a Gang. Which also these little strings or whatever that's on Panstan and Bucket Bob, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be like little strings or something. I don't know. And like Bucket Bob, the arms and legs, they're very flat, like just two pieces, I guess. You really think about it. And there's not really much to say about him except it's just Panstan. Sorry, Panstan. Now, on to the next one, the second last one of the Trash in a Gang, and it is none other than number 1 crate. Now you might be wondering, how did I do the hands? Well, if it isn't obvious enough, I printed these off on paper, and I just glued it on here. You could even see the paper. It's not fully glued on there, but it's glued on well enough. And number 1 crate is actually hollow, as you can see inside. And they're all like separate little pieces, and the bottom is just yeah, flat. Nothing really too much to say about this. It's like, okay, I do like how accurate he does look now, because honestly, the early stage of this one, like, especially with the hands, they look trash. And if I were to have pictures of it, or at least show you, I would, but at the same time, I'm not going to, because for obvious reasons. But yeah, and you can actually put stuff in here, like, see, you could put, that's not a good example, you could put Bucket Bob in here, see, yeah, so that's basically it for number 1 crate. Now, onto the last trash in the gang. Woo! Okay, now on to the last trash in the gang member, which this one's the most marvelous one, the most iconic, the most perfect one, and I don't even know why I'm making it sound like this. You already know who it is. It is Mr. Hugs! Yes, Mr. Hugs. And yeah, so yeah, it's just Mr. Hugs. There's nothing else to say. His hands are, like, those little glove hands are flat pieces, just kind of like that. And the vacuum bag is also just one piece, as it should be. There's also this, like, weird line at the bottom that also is in the vacuum bag, which I don't know, that's a design choice. There's his little cute little eyes, and his vacuum design, which I didn't really add much. Like, you could tell what it is, though, and if you're smart, you can know that it's just Mr. Hugs. It's just Mr. Hugs. There's nothing else to say. Now, on to our last custom, and we're in that custom is from Fnaf Help Wanted. Now, for Fnaf Help Wanted, who do you think I made? What else do I need to make? As I make Glitch Trap, and I have the Cursed Treadbear characters. There's them. Who do I need to make? I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's probably also in the thumbnail, but yeah, it is Plush Baby. These little fuckers. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure everyone knows the Plush Babies in Help Wanted, which really weird new character, I will say. And the Plush Babies are basically based off of Funko's, like, Plush Baby design, except the arms are actually stubby. And honestly, I'm really proud of this plush. And also, this plush is like at least, well, actually, I don't know. I thought it was bigger than, okay, it's bigger than this one, but I don't know. It's at least, okay, the Plush Baby is at least bigger, or at least the same size as Biddy Bab. And I could get him to test that out, but Biddy Bab is somewhere else. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. So yeah, there is a Plush Baby from Help Wanted. Nothing else to say. And this is Mega Fnaf Custom Plush Review number 2. There's not as much customs in here as there was in the last video, but that's really because, there really isn't, these are basically the last batch of customs I'm going to be making for quite a while, unless, like, I need to make new customs for lore purposes, but yeah, otherwise, this is it for, like, actual, original FNAF characters. So yeah, there's really not that much else to say. So all I have to say is thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Please, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I can't do outros properly when I'm trying to do it myself, so I'll probably just let the thing play. But I do want to say there is going to be another review straight after this one. It's going to be of the 2 new inverted FNAF plushies, which if you've been following and been on the internet, you already know what those are. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys later, and see ya. Whoop!